Hey everyone, so this is the last video for this double section we're doing 7-7 and 7-8. And what this video is about taking how we learned to solve quadratics by factoring in the last video and just applying it to real world problems. So let's get started. This one says the length of a rectangular game reserve is 1 mile longer than twice the width. So if we just get a visual here, the length is 1 mile longer than twice the width. So you can see how if it's 1 mile longer, I add 1. Twice the width, we need to multiply by 2. And we called the width x, so that's why there's the x in my length. The area of the reserve is 55 square miles. How wide is the reserve? So let's write down our formula here. Area equals length times width. They told us the area is 55. The length we discovered was 2x plus 1, and the width is x. And then we're just going to solve this. So let's distribute. If you notice over here, we can distribute this x. So I'll have 2x squared plus x. I can't solve this if I've got stuff on both sides. So I'm going to subtract the 55 over. So I'm left with 0 equals 2x squared plus x minus 55. And now we will factor. My a does not equal 1, so I've got to multiply a times b. So I've got 2 times negative 55 is negative 110. So we'll do factors of negative 110. The sum, this is crazy, the sum needs to be 1. So really we need that biggest one. So 110 divided by, let's see, 5 and 22, negative 5 and 22. Gives me 17, not good. Let's do 110 divided by 10. So I get 10 times 11. So negative 10 plus 11 gives me 1. These are my answers. Those are my lucky numbers from my chart. If you remember, once we had those numbers from the chart, we replace the b term. So the 2x squared stays the same. Negative 10x plus 11x. The minus 55 stays the same. Once we expand and we have 4 terms, we group and look for a GCF. Here my GCF is 2x. Here my GCF is 11. And notice once we have that, we've got the same binomial. Same binomial is one of my factors. The numbers out front is my other factors. And now we will solve these two little equations for x. We've got x equals 5. Subtract the 11. Divide by 2. And negative 11 over 2. And we want to think about this. We can't have it, that would be my width, right? I can't have a negative, so that's not one of my answers. And my width is 5. Here's my answer. Okay, let's check out problem 4. A wooden door contains a rectangular window. So let's draw this. I've got a door and I've got a window. The width of the window is x minus 2. The area of the window can be represented by, so here's the area is x squared minus 3x plus 2. Write the binomial for the height. So let's think about this. The area is the height times the width. If I want to know what the height is, let's solve this for the height. I'm going to divide both sides by w. So then I'm left with that the height equals the area divided by the w. And now let's go ahead and substitute in, if I know the area is x squared minus 3x plus 2, divided by the width, they told me was x minus 2. Let's factor that numerator. It's a equals 1, so that's good. So I need numbers that the factors of 2, the sum is negative 3. What about negative 1 and negative 2 gives me negative 3. Put that right into my factored form of the two binomials. And if you notice, the x minus 2's and x minus 2's cancel, and I'll be left with x minus 1. We can only cancel things top to bottom when there's multiplication involved, and there was, right? This is multiplication right in there. So that's why we can cancel them. Okay, so now it says the height of the door is 5 feet more than the width of the window. So if I have, and so now we're thinking about the door. The height of the door is 5 feet more than the window, so I can add 5 to it. And we can say that that is x minus 1, x plus 4. Nice job. One last question here. The area of the door can be represented by x squared plus 4x. The area is 32 square feet. So right away that tells me that 32 equals that area x squared plus 4x. I can get everything to one side by subtracting the 32. And this wants to know, find the width and the height of the window. And now we can factor this. We need factors of negative 32, which add to 4. And so I've got negative 4 and 8 should work. And I'll have x minus 4, x plus 8, x equals 4, x equals negative 8. We can't have a negative answer, so x equals 4 is the width. And if I come back to my equation for the height, which is right here, the height of the door equals x, which is 4 plus 4. So the height of the door is 8 feet squared. Okay? So be careful when we set these up, guys. Good luck. You got it. This is the last video for 7778.